Hello, I'm Carman Moore. I'm a composer. Master's degree from Juilliard. Vincent Persichetti was my first teacher there. Hall Overton was my original composition teacher. I got to New York, came in out of Ohio, out of the Corn Belt, ended up in the Village, and the protests were on, and people were trying to just change the culture. American culture, totally, and world culture as a result, and New York was the place, you know. Well, I was just commissioned to write a piece for the orchestra, and so at that point, Nelson Mandela was very much alive. I've just been so impressed with him as one of the major figures of the 20th century / 21st century. And I hadn't seen any pieces that had been written, you know, honoring him particularly. So I said, well, those two things should go together. I've decided that partly because hearing Mandela speak reminded me of the sound of a cello. You know, it's in that sort of that range and has that sort of slight grit to it, you know. But the pitch is in there, and it has strength but mellowness at the same time. You know, I said, oh yeah, it's got to be that. So I said, well, it sounds like solo cello is going to be very important in this. The cello starts some things, you know. They're really passages, they're not just phrases. Some of them really get moving, and then bop, da 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 bop, you know, the trumpets and trombone and tuba and these brass instruments just blow it dead, you know. Then they start up something else. I feel very blessed to have been alive through all this stuff. And the big day, of course, was seeing on television, seeing Nelson Mandela walk out of bondage, you know, was just a pleasant shock to the system. So that has sat here, you know, until I have this opportunity to write this piece. My first excitement will be the first rehearsal, because the point is that it's been on paper for far too long. I almost like when you write things with pencil and then it gets typed up and you just look at it and it's printed and you say, wow. So it's the wow I'm waiting for now. Well, the ACO and I have been talking about me doing a piece for them for a longest time, and so finally the time came, and it's coming up in February of this year, 2015, and that's entirely appropriate. I'm very happy about that.